And welcome to Contest of Speed AM1 Season 13 Round 15 in Qatar. Today I'm joined by Rainbow Demon. How are you today? Hello, Rainbow Demon. Seems like they are not be able to talk yet. But it is AM1 today, as we already got a driver coming out. Mel Carton is now reserving in that Haas, which did race last night in AM2. So we got some drivers coming out already. That's just no, that's mindset as well. But looks like Mel Carton will be the first one to come out. Hope you can join back soon, Red Devil. You know, to get back in that Williams, see you drive around your favourite track as well. Looks like Mel Carson's taking it quite slow around this track. It is a fuel burner and a high deg track for those tyres. So it's a bit of a tricky track, especially with track limits as well. So it's a hard track to go around. It's also a good track to drive around as well, in my opinion anyway. Not sure about you guys.
Okay, can we hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah, just talking
Okay, I
about
was having some
how
audio.
the track's got some good sides to it and some a bit bad, or mostly bad. As we watch Mel Carton about to go across the final corner here. She needs a kind of a good run around this long straight, already DRS straight here. But enables his lap there, his DRS lap, onto the line now, goes across the line, onto his first lap now. Let's see what he does for the first banker of the session. His mindset's now behind him, about to set a lap as well. You don't really want to validate around here. Oh, Carlton's currently keeping up on the track, nice and calm, going for sector 1. He's keeping it nice and tight to a double right-hander, nice and tight, don't touch that yellow curb. Onto the hairpin now, 26.767. As the Ferrari's pulling over for that mark behind there. Parsons keeping it nice and tight for that long right-hander. Onto another right-hander, when going full flat. Onto this big left-hander, up to the triple R's. About to go past the sector 2 line. About to enter sector 3 now. For this last sector, what can he do with the triple right-handers? It's nice and calm through the track. These corners, and he invalidates. Took it too wide or too deep into that corner.
Yeah, gotta be careful with that. Always right at the very end. Always going at it full speed there, full shift, and then sometimes just take it a little too wide, as we saw.
Yeah, his mindset's about to cross the well, it's about to go around the final corner. You don't invalidate his lap, which is good, because you definitely want to use all that tyres, well, that tyre decoration, because the tyre decoration is quite high. You want to make the most out of it. As he sets pole for 128.9. The only person who's made of that right now, we see, who's that? Oh, I think it is Raymond, about to go across the line. Did he take pole for mindset? Yes, he does. As Ryan, who's about to go across the line, or for his flying lap, you got Hooks in that Williams. About to cross the line now, so let's see what he does. Hasn't been having the best of the races currently. And sets a 121.3 as Thrones with a 121.5. As just Jose goes across the line. But it looks like he did invalidate his lap, so we can't really set a lap. As Sean Boy goes P5, currently last right now on the grid. Yeah, it looks like some drivers are really struggling out here.
Yeah, seen a couple invalidated laps already.
Okay, sorry about this, guys. So carry on with the commentating, Rainbow, whilst I send Figab an invite. I don't think I got Fi. Yeah, I don't have you as a friend, Figab.
The interesting thing about Qatar LaSalle is that it's originally a MotoGP track, which means that they might not be the best going for some of these big beefy F1 cars, as we can see with some of these invalidated laps, just taking them a little too wide.
Yeah, like Ryan, last week he was really quick. He started at the back, gained some positions, but started to retire the car. It looks like he did invalidate his lap, so he won't be in the order yet.
So far, time to beat 129.01, set by Ramon in the Alpine.
Mindset's teammate about to cross the line. Just Jose Goes across the line. Don't beat his teammate though. There's a McLaren's in the background. Pretty sure that's Avia. Hasn't been racing much, but goes across the line. Sets the slowest time. Still some time for improvement as BK goes across the line and goes P5. Like, some drivers are struggling with track limits. These guys are quick, so they will be expected to push a car really, really fast to try to set a quick time around here.
Oh yeah, hoping to see some fast racing tonight.
Yeah, you guys should be ready as a... Pretty sure... Who's that Ferrari? Pretty sure that's Ryan on a lap as well, but he's currently blinking, so I don't think... I think he's going in for his lap there. Jose's going in. We do have... I think that's... Oh, I think who's that AlphaTauri back there? Jan. Let's go on board with Jan here. So about to go through sector 1 now. Sector 26.6. Not. I think he's got a purple sector 1. It looks like he's currently the fastest on the track through sector 1. Onto sector 2 now. Let's see what he can do. Can he keep on the track? It's a bit of a tight one there. Kind of ride the curve a bit. These curves don't really slow you down that much, except those yellow curves you can kind of see inside of that corner. If you do touch it, you will go sliding round that corner, especially in the triple R, the last R, or the last right-hander. It's got that yellow curve. It's so tight, and you don't want to touch it as he invalidates. And I kind of jinxed him there, sadly.
Trying to add
Okay.
something.
Trigo needs to add you, pretty sure. To get back into a lobby. Well, he needs to get in the lobby.
Which person?
Firegab.
Yeah, I'm not. I was told I got a request, but I'm not seeing them in my list. Do they have another name they go by?
Firegab, do you have another name to go by? As Vamu goes 4th, as Potter goes across the line to P5. So I've been told by Potty to not jinx him anything like that, but he's doing well currently. So congrats, Potty.
Yeah, I know a thing or two about jinxing the racers.
Yeah, but you don't wanna, because these drivers can get pissed at you to getting jinxed.
Yeah. Especially so close to the end of the season, this could potentially even be. Is this a championship potential winning race?
Well, G-Boon, who's our winner, well, currently our P1 standing winner right now, he's not in today. He's not driving, as Mindset's behind him with 47 points. So
Ooh.
if he don't get enough to get below 25 or 26 points, G-Boon has won it.
Oh. So we're kind of getting a little bit of a Nicky Lauda, James Hunt type situation here.
Yeah, but just well, Mindset I think has to be in the top 3 to be in that battle still, unless G-Boon who will win, which ain't racing today, sadly. He's currently somewhere else. Corgi's about to cross the line, but he does invalidate, so not the best. It's J Supreme's going around the final corner for his lap. He kind of goes off the track a bit, but don't invalidate. What can he do now? Goes across the line, and that's a 122 1.1, faster than his teammate Cars Benz. Johnny Demon goes across the line, up to P5 he goes. As Jan in the background there, about to cross the line. Nope, he's about to start a lap. Who's that Ryan? Ryan's about to go across. Oh. Johnny Damon's already set a lap. Apparently, Figab said he's got you in his friend list.
Yeah, I saw that, and I even hit refresh. There they are. Okay, I had to refresh the invites and requests. There we go. Now we're gonna get Fire Gavin. Sorry about that.
Well, if you want to join, do !Discord. We are sign-ups are currently closed as we've got 2 races left, but you can definitely join next season on the new game F1 24 if you do want to join. Cheers for that, Red Devil.
Hope I didn't miss too much of the fun while I was dealing with that.
Let's take a Corky gets up to P10. If you see Yan invalidates as Vigab's finally joined the session. Let's go to Raymond. It's invalidated as that. Maybe Ryan.
Everybody I'm looking at, they're a little bit hyperbole, but almost everybody I'm looking at has red all over their screen.
Ryan is about to cross the line. Time to see what he can do as he kind of is really, really quick. Goes across the line and beats Pole by 8 tenths.
Whoa!
Well, this is season 13. Well, in this game, I'm not sure actually. I've only joined this season. But I know all of this season we've done 13 season. If you want more details, you can still join the Discord server if you want more details. It's just Jose is not improving. He's set to 3. Cross the line, and he does improve. Well,
Not
welcome.
looking great for the Haas racers right now, though, unfortunately. One of which seems to be completely out, and FireGab finally getting in. Hopefully, we'll see what they can do here soon. Maybe put Haas on the board.
Yeah, maybe. I think we've got a quality ban. I'm not sure. I haven't been paying attention to those penalties we've gotten.
Let me see if they've got a quali ban.
Anyone's on a lap right now. Everybody's just going for their in lap, ready for their final lap.
Doesn't look like they do. Seems like it might have been an incident on the track, potentially.
Anyway,
Must have
welcome
missed it.
in, Matthew. Welcome into the Discord server. They'll join up next game. You can see the past races as well, which is on YouTube. If you want to get an idea of what the drivers are like.
You should watch AM3 Season 13, the Koto race, the China race, the Mexico race, and the Qatar race. Because yours truly races there.
Yeah, Zanky.
Watch how bad I am.
It's about half of the grid are from AM2. They're all reserved. Looks like most of the people have just decided not to turn up today. They wanted a break from Qatar. You know, Qatar's just such a horrible track, but it's a nice track to drive on. It's got so many disadvantages. As Ramu sets a purple sector 2. So he's looking quick right now. What he can do now onto the final few corners. Keeps it on the track. Like, keeps it nice and clean. Yeah, it stays on the tracks. Just now onto the straight. It's already blinking. So it looks like it's already used all his ERS. Goes across the line. And it's up to P3. Fastbang goes across the line. Improves by a lot to P12. You do, 8 alone. And welcome into the chat. Yeah, Qatar can be a good track, but the amount of disadvantages it's quite horrible. Fuel, track limits, higher deck. Just, it's a horrible combo.
Yeah, I got MotoGP 2022, and I was able to experience what this is like in the motorcycle world and see the differences between the two, and it's a completely different experience.
Well, Electric Andre, welcome in. Well, mindset, really, he could do something in the race. But Ryan is popped out of nowhere, joined in last race, decided to retire in the pit after having a loads of good starts, but gave up. But now he's doing it. He's doing quali and is set pole by 6 tenths or 7. Yes, you will be able to race. Sign-ups are all over, well, the year, F1 24, so you can become a reserve or full-time if there's a seat open. No matter when you can get the game, you can still join in, no matter when. J Supreme's doing well on this lap, hasn't invalidated. I don't want to jinx anything. I think it was improving sector 1, I wasn't looking in sector 2. Going into the final corner now. Looks like everybody's coming out for their final laps as the move retires in the track. Well, the pits, I mean, not on the track. Has
Definitely
Jason
could
Prim's
improve.
improved, but not jumped anyone, I don't think so.
Look at just how close the top 5 are from each other. That's insane.
Well, except from Ryan. Ryan's a bit caused a bit of a gap
Little,
as Freeman's
like a little bit of a gap, yeah.
Freeman's currently improving right now. I'm guessing he's got P2. Still it from mindset. Yes, he does. Close to Ryan. Oh. Yeah, sure, we can follow Ryan. Well, he's currently on his outlet. So, sure,
Looks
mindset's dad.
looks like Haas is not coming out in time. Seems they might just be the back of the grid today.
Maybe to save their times. Well, he did join late. John's not spotting
What an
his lap.
awful idea.
Be supreme. Nope. Alright, Ryan's not on a lap yet, but we will follow him for his lap since he's really quick. To be honest, if I was him, I would just stay in the pits. There's a new reserve tonight. I'm pretty sure it's his debut race. I haven't seen him at all. But he's in
Yeah,
that Ferrari, but he's improving by 1/10 right now.
sounds like he might be trying to go for the Qatar time trial record tonight, which would be 119.5. It'd be really interesting to see if he could do it.
And he invalidates. But perfect timing to go on board with Ryan, who's currently the quickest on this track right now, and I'm pretty sure it's quickest out of everyone. If he joined super early, I think Ryan could have won it. Damn Red Devil. I hope your power gets back on soon. So Ryan's blinking already. Yeah, you could do whatever you want. You could record a race. You could record a race. You kind of need to, for stewarding. Yeah, for penalties, all that stuff. Ryan's got purple sector 1. He's currently pushing the car right now. He's doing well, as we did see he was blinking. So I'm not sure what kind of master plan he's got on right now.
Seems like
Yeah,
it's probably not gonna happen, but we still might see some improvement.
maybe into 119s.
Maybe into 119s, but I don't think it's gonna be the record, which I think is what they're going for right now.
But right now, it just seems like it's definitely going to be my 119s. He's about to cross the line. Let's see what he does. He was
Go,
blinking
let's
for the
see,
whole
let's
lap.
see. Ooh,
Ooh.
not enough. Not enough to get out of the 20s.
There's just
But very
Jose.
close.
Jose's about to cross the line now. It's the next one. Let's see what he does. He's about to. Let's see what he does now. There's no pucks goes. No, no puck stays out. Just Jose is up to P4. No pucks. I know you guys are supporting him. Let's see what no
No
pucks does.
pucks given.
It just improved by 4/10 up to P7. So you guys must be
Up.
happy about that. I'm happy. I know him as a mate as well. And we both drive Williams.
That is a very impressive quality that I'm looking at right now. Cannot complain.
Riemann grabbing pole by 4/10. So thank you for your follow, Matthew. Yeah, well Ryan's got pole for by 4/10. I believe in pucks, but that Ryan dude, he's quick.
Oh yeah. Apparently 2/10 off his personal best right now.
Gonna be a bit of a close one, should I say, for the top 3. Quickest drivers. Well, Riemann and Mindset almost at the same time. As we see the order here, Ryan in P1, Riemann P2, Mindset P3. That is your top 3. It's just Jose's P4, Jan's P5, Bamu, No Pucks, BK, Johnny Demon, Orlando, Potty, Bruins, Cars Ben, Teki Corgi, Sean Boy, J Supreme, Avia, Mel Carson, and Firegab. That is your order for the race. It's gonna be a close race.
Oh yeah. I can't even make a prediction on who I think will cross that finish line first right now. Seems like it's just way too close.
Well, Ryan, if he keeps it nice and clean, I'm pretty sure he would win. He hasn't we haven't seen what he's like in the full race since he did retire early in the race, but now it's his opportunity to try and win.
Right. But you never know. Qualifying is a completely different beast compared to racing. And if something like a safety car comes out, it could change the entire narrative.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be a close one in the race, especially on the start. He's gonna get a good start to get that P1. If you want Matt to get that, the lead to, defend Ryan, you really want it, especially when the move. No, Riemann and Mindset are behind him. So them
So are there any
two
good
really need to get a good start and work together.
So what are some good overtaking spots on Qatar while we're waiting for this to start? Where can we look for some action to potentially happen?
Well, Defo's to turn one, which has DRS, really.
Oh yeah.
And that hairpin end of sector one is a good position to make a move as well. So you got some good
Seems
opportunities,
like
but it is one DRS zone. Especially most of the track are mostly corners. So you don't really expect some moves, but that DRS is strong.
right.
Down that straight.
Seems like most of it could be through sector 1 just into sector 2, but after that very wide circuit.
Yeah,
Wide turns,
definitely.
wide curves.
Well, whilst we wait for the drivers to sort out what they need to do, let's who do you think's gonna win anyway?
Oh god, if I even had to hazard to attempt a guess, I think I'm just gonna play it safe and say Ryan, because the fact that they were saying that that was them being slow too is boggling my mind. It's boggling my mind right now.
As we've got 5 lights, and away we go. As Ryan gets a good start off the line there. Let's see what he can do the rest of the race. As look at the back there, Sean Boyd didn't have a good start there. As looks like Ryan's already pulled away. It's Mindset and Jose working together as Potty's fighting with Johnny Damon at the back there. No Pucks goes up to P6 now. Doing well currently. Looks like the grid's kind of mixing around as no Pucks go back to P7. Potty's losing some positions. As Ryan's kind of dropped out of that gap already. 9 tenths out of sector one already. He's really pulling away from the drivers. It's not the best for the
It,
drivers in P2 and P3. Look at that gap already. Is it almost about to break DRS? Where did this guy come from?
nearly a second ahead of second place. Newton's just already pulling away with the competition. But it seems like Raymond is not going to let off without a fight.
And apparently to Red Panda, Ryan is a gamepad driver, so he don't race on wheel, he race on controller. So it's quite impressive what he can do. Look at that 1 second gap already. It looks like Mindset and Riemann needs to work together. As Carlsbad goes into the pits, mostly Defo for damage. Oh, anyway,
Did
Red
they say
Panda, welcome back.
controller? They're playing on controller?
Yes, that's what Red
That's,
Panda says in the
that's
chat.
bloody impressive if that's true. Oh my god.
Yeah, and what I've heard, Lucid, he's always racing in another league. I think he drives for PSGL. If you ever heard of them, guys, it's the quickest drivers in there.
Oh, so it's so Ryan's kind of like a professional at this.
It kind of is, yeah. He's kind of pulled away already. 2 seconds on 2 laps. Well, not really 2 laps already. And it looks like Mindset's got P2 there, but looks like he's just pulled away. So right now, it's a battle for second.
This point, yeah, we're looking at Formula 1.5 right now.
But if you guess Ryan's going to win, it looks like he will. But you don't want to push it too hard, because remember, it is a fuel burner track.
It is. It is. It's a fuel burner track. It's a tire burner track. Speaking of tires, if we look at the tire strategies right now, we've got 4 racers on medium tires. Raymond in the Alpine, Orlando in the Aston Martin, Avira in the McLaren, and Cars Ben in the Alfa Romeo, currently in last place. Seemed like they had to pit, had front wing damage at the beginning of the race after the first lap. Not great. Don't love to see it. Already 42 seconds out from second to last.
Yeah, as we see the most positions gained, it seems like Bygap and Avery has made 4 positions so far, and the most lost Harsben, which Defo had to pit on the first lap. Defo, because of damage, you know. That's most of the time, really.
Oh, yep. Yep, I think the last 3 laps, those last 3 races that I've done, I've had to pit after the first lap because of front wing damage, and it's nigh impossible to catch back up without any kind of like external help through a safety car, some kind of weird thing going on the track.
Yeah, I agree with you, Flubber. He's just on a different mood right now. He's just pulled away, and look at him already gone. It's just, yeah. Even if he gets a 3 second time penalty, he'll probably still get that gap even bigger. He'll probably push it even more.
Duh, 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 duh. Ryan Verstappen, more like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. As a well, DRS is now going to be open for some of these drivers, which there is a DRS train from P2 down to P18. There's a bit of a big gap as Ryan sets a new fastest lap for the 4th time now, I believe so, in a row. 3rd time, I don't know. I'm losing track.
I just don't even know how.
Just it keeps on pulling away. Well, right
It's
now
like,
it's just a battle for P2. His mindset's sitting at P3. He hasn't. We did gain a position on him, but did lose it back again to Raymond. Posse gets a 3 second time penalty for track limit, so that's the first victim there. As Potty spins at the back there. I'm not sure what happened there.
let's see. Looks like they're off track.
No damage though, so it looks like it's just a spin into that hairpin. So unlucky there. At least it's no damage, so I don't have to pit. After getting that track limits warning as well. But kind of separates the pack a bit, you know. Look at P12 compared to P11. You got that gap, 2 second gap. Yeah, well, looks like this can get to see any more moves into turn 1. Mindset's got that DRS on Riemann onto the straight now. Let's see if we can make the move, but looks like Riemann's trying to like break that slipstream, but looks like Mindset Reagan wants it, goes on to the back of Riemann now. Don't make the move though. It's nice and calm. Looks like he's just waiting. He's on the hards and Riemann's on those mediums. So those mediums will die soon and Mindset could make the move for P2.
That
Yeah.
is if their teammate just Jose doesn't try and take the P3 from them.
Yeah, looks like Ryan's pulled away. So the final race will be next week for Brazil. So Monday EU4, then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday is EU3, AM3, AM2, EU2, EU1, and AM1. And they are racing at Brazil. If you do want to watch out next week.
Yes, Interlagos. Very famous, famous track. Personal favorite of many.
As Ryan now pulls the 4th gap. So it's definitely going to be nice to get him in here for an interview when he does win with that gap. Mindset's kind of struggling a bit there.
You lose it if there was an AM0. I think it would just be Ryan at this point.
Yeah, well, Mindset looks like he's kind of struggling a bit there. As Mel Carton retires in the pits.
Ooh. Wonder what happened there.
I'm guessing he's not having the best of the races, so he just retired in the pit. Just not
Yeah,
happy,
it happens
maybe.
sometimes.
Yeah, just not happy how the race started. As it is Qatar, you know, it is a wide track, wide open, as you see, gravel and a bit of a track, a bit around, you know, slow the car down, and there's not much walls, you know, to crash into. So Safety cars are unlikely.
Well, you say that, but I think AM3 had one.
Yeah, value. Think. I'm not sure. I think it was a bit of debris. Can't remember.
Oh no, there was some connection issues, is what it was. So that's the thing you got to think about, because sometimes connection issues can cause you to lose your entire race and bring out a safety car.
Yeah, I think Mindset's closing in now onto Remy, and there's only not much batting out there. Everybody's just staying behind each other at DRS.
Yeah, kind of creating a train, not really seeing too much action right now, not too much position changes for a while. As I say that, looks like Jose did take the overtake on Mindset, and we're seeing Vamu take the overtake on Yan. Teammates taking over each other. That's interesting.
There's no pucks. He's behind that Alpha Tower. He's closing in though, but I don't think it's enough to make the move. As Teki Corgis now fighting J Supreme at the back there. Let's
Yeah,
see
it
what's
seems J
happening.
Supreme and Teki Corgi are battling for no points.
Well, tries to gain a position to get up there and try and get some
Oh yeah,
points.
of course.
Yeah, look at Ryan already. 5 seconds. He's just pulled off. He's just I'm not sure what his plan is really. Gaz gets a 3 second time penalty for track limits. So another victim there, and he's currently in front of that pack there at the back.
Seems like it might have been a smart move for Mercedes to have Jose over Mindset, because it seems like Jose is able to close that gap a little bit more on Raymond.
Yeah, well, Tiki Cookie now gets a 3 second time penalty. It looks like the people at the back are grabbing penalties now as we front there, keeping it nice and clean. It's just Jose overtakes Raymond for P2. Maybe Mindset can join him. Bit of a
There it
quickly
is.
vying
There it is.
there from the
Mindset takes
drivers.
it as well. Oh my God. That's Mercedes for you. Any year but this one.
J Supreme's now fighting with Fire Gab, and J Supreme gets that move easily done into turn one. Looks like he had the DRS on him, and looks like Tiki Goki had some no DRS there. And looks like the mood just needed an invite back if you can send him one back, as he's really losing a lot of positions there. We need to get that move back into the race. Do you ever have him added?
Who?
Bamu.
Can you say? Can you say that one more time?
Bamu.
Famu. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me check.
It's currently dropping a lot of positions there. He's dropping down to P11. His AI is not doing the best right now. About to
Oh
drop
God.
out of DRS train. Not the best for him.
I'm not seeing them, but I will hit refresh to confirm.
Just keep an eye on AM1 chat just in case.
Yep.
Looks like the teammates are kind of separated. Looks like just Jose's got that pace to pull away from Mindset there. Looks like the order looking nice and clean right now. That order.
Looks like Vemu has decided that they are not going to jump back in.
Well, I'm
So
pretty sure he needs to get in and retire the car because it could give some people
yeah,
some DRS and it could help him in the battle, you know. Could
yeah.
mix up some things. Looks like Mindset might drop off just Jose's DRS. Look at that gap as Noput's got to P5 now. Looks like he's doing well on the track, but I don't want to jinx anything, so I'm gonna jump off him now, you know. Mindset, yeah, look at Mindset. I think his teammate's kind of slowing down for him so he can get DRS. Looking a bit closer as Mindset's now blinking, so he's out of ERS there. Looks like Reedman's struggling as well at the back. Well, I think the mediums are slowly dying now as they heading towards a lap 10 now. So I think this is where the medium runners will start to pit. Lap 10 of the pit window will open now as Moose being overtaken now. There's AI being overtaken by some drivers. It's looking quite a good race for Ryan. A 7-second gap. So it's just chilling. If this was a 100% race, it would be probably lapped the whole grid. Oh my. He's just pulled away 80 seconds now. He's really pushing that car. It's just
I don't even know how. I don't even know where you can find that kind of gap. I was really thinking if we were seeing a couple new people in second and third place that we might see them close the gap, but just nothing they can answer to it.
yeah, not even DRS could help him to catch up to Ryan as Ryan's just out there in the clean air with no DRS. So I thought these guys could work together and catch up, but it looks like we cannot.
Gonna need to ask them for all their tips.
Avio gets a 3-second time penalty now for track limits. So it looks like some
I mean,
people are now picking up some pens.
Pretty soon, even if Ryan got up to like 9-second penalties, pretty soon it won't even matter.
Yeah, you could just do what you want right now. As Mindset goes off the track, I did see that there, goes off the track and gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. The defo won't help him, as there's a big DRS train to P2 down to P10. You don't want a 3-second time penalty whilst being at the top, as we did see for some races, as some people did drop down a lot of positions after getting some time penalties.
Yeah, track limits are really brutal.
Definitely. There's a mindset might drop out just Jose's DRS again. I'm not sure what's happening there in those drivers. Yeah, Raymond's doing alright on those mediums though. As the mediums are definitely slower than those hards, as we see Pucks now pushing Riemann as Riemann goes into the pits now.
Almost like, as you said it, like magic, it caused a pit.
There's oh no, it's just Riemann getting overtaken by those drivers. So what I'm wondering, right, if Ryan pits, where would he drop down to? Because he's got that massive gaps in the drivers behind him. Pucks is lost that DRS from Mindset as Riemann was in the middle between Mindset and Pucks. So it's kind of dropped Pucks on that DRS says. Ben gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. As Riemann finally comes out of the pits in P17.
At least Raymond can rely on Ben to keep them out of last place.
Yeah, well, Ben's still got a pit soon.
I mean, honestly, I commend them for continuing to keep trucking, because if it had been me and I had been in that situation, I probably would have just retired in the pits myself.
Oh, Pucks.
As no Pucks given retires.
Pucks. You're doing now, Pucks. He's just been into the
happened?
wall.
Bend it into the wall?
Yeah, you know that left-hander, I think he spun it off Pucks. And he's doing no TC as well.
And there comes out a safety car.
Pucks, no.
Ryan taking advantage of the safety car to pit now, might get put into second place, but even then I'm sure they'll be able to get it back after the safety car. But we'll see, because other people might also be going into pit. Yeah, there goes the whole grid.
Yeah, whole grid's now pitting. Oh, Pucks. Why, Pucks?
It happens. It happens.
Oh, he's doing no TC today. He told me it's his first race. And looks like he was a bit too early on that throttle, and forgot to do the safety car overlay. I completely forgot about that. There we go.
Yeah, put on the safety car, banners and stuff. The fun things. Did we get any footage of the crash?
No, not
Question.
at all.
Ah, it happens.
No, not push it to safety car. I'm pretty sure I did.
Looks like safety car's on. Safety car's on.
Oh,
You're good.
but I did not. But I didn't.
Yeah. I mean, no TC is definitely really hard. Even harder in races like Qatar, with all of those really fast turns. Just pushing a
Well,
little too hard can cause you to completely bin it, and there goes your entire race. So, honestly,
but
commend them for trying, for taking a good hard like 11 laps, 11, 12 laps with the no TC, and it was, you said, their first race doing no
yeah,
TC, or their first race with us.
first race I think, and well, the first time I think. I'm not sure, but it was my first time with no TC, and I didn't end up like no pucks. So I'm not sure what happened there, pucks. What kind of mistake did you make? Too early in the throttle?
Seemed there was a lot of people in the Twitch chat that were really rooting for pucks that are devastated right now, and my heart goes out to all of you, because it's never beautiful sight, never great sight to see.
Let's just wait for Carl's Benton now to catch up to the safety car. Right, over there.
Matthew, the whole bottom half of the grid is just riddled with penalties, and then mine set up there in P6 holding down the penalty fort for the higher parts of the grid. As this might give Ben an opportunity to catch up with the rest of the race, but there's a possibility that they'll reach the 3 laps with the safety car and Ben will not be caught up.
Well, this is perfect for some drivers. But I forgot. There was a double stack between the two Mercedes, which dropped mindset back down to P6. I'm not sure what happened to Riemann though. Riemann was actually Riemann did pit early. It wasn't enough to
Yeah,
make some
yeah,
positions.
Riemann pitted early and actually went from
Mediums to hards.
second to last up to 8th. So actually, that
Hmm.
safety car, they did pit a little early, but that might have actually helped them in the long run? Question mark.
Well, right now this ain't helpful for Ryan because Ryan quick. But now he's got drivers behind him he's got to worry about. But we never know if he's going to pull away again like that start as Carspen now catches up with the safety car queue.
Yeah, that restart is going to be pivotal for Ryan if they want to continue to get this W. We're gonna have to wait and see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if the safety car comes in this lap. We'll
It
see,
probably
though.
will. It probably will come into this lap. I mean, Ryan will
And
be
all eyes
leading
on
the pack.
Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan will be leading this pack. And let's see what he can do though. Safety car restart because from China, I've seen him make up 5 positions in 1 lap. And now he's a
Yeah.
leader. Let's see what he can do.
Safety car is in fact going in this lap. Gonna see the restart soon. See how it happens.
Ryan takes nice and slowly, keeps the leader. Safety car is now entering the pit lane. It hasn't gone yet. About to go around the final corner. What was his pace gone? And he's not gone yet. Now he's gone. Kind of thinks that just Jose there. Kind of went a bit more faster, then slowed down again, and went again. Pulls a bit of a gap to just Jose. Not enough. Just Jose kind of burns his
Oh,
battery down the straight there.
we might see an overtake. We might see an overtake. Just Jose takes over Ryan Newton. That's the first place winner of the. Sorry, not winner yet. First place of the race. Jumped the gun a bit there.
Yeah, look.
First place of the race. Shocking, but I don't think that Ryan is giving up just yet.
Yeah, looks like people at the back there behind mindset kind of not gained so many positions as Riemann was in that top 3. But now was behind Thrones, struggling a bit back there as just Jose now battling with Ryan for P1. A bit of a tight one here for Ryan. Ryan's Probably not P1, you know. There's nothing bad, but I'm pretty sure in the race it's something called uh I can't remember what it's called. Do something help
Uh,
here? It's like you get pole, you lead every single
yeah.
lap and grab fastest lap.
Oh, oh yeah. What's that thing called where you get like a?
Uh,
It's not a queen sweep, but it's basically a. Let me actually, because I think I got an achievement for it. So let me just hop onto my
there's
Steam
a
real quick. Look through my
BK
achievement.
Grand Slam. There we go. Thank you, Matthew. It's called a Grand Slam. As a
Ah,
BK just gets a
that's
3
the one.
second time penalty. And now Ryan takes P1, goes round the outside to Jose and makes that move easily done. His mindset's now passing with Orlando, who's normally on the podium. He's a reserve, you know, for AM1. He no he races in AM2, but he reserves for AM1 every single time.
Yeah, in all of this hullabaloo, I totally forgot that Famu is a robot right now.
Like AI, it's just an AI car go around the track now. It looks like some drivers ain't doing the best out there. As Ryan just remember he did take that lead in the first corner and already pulled 8 tenths away from
Shooting off
just
like a
just
rocket, man.
Jose. He has pulled away. And remember, there's still one more lap without DRS.
It's like the
Yeah,
tires have reversed. The cars that were on medium are now on hard, and the cars on hard are now on medium. It's like that's the strategies.
yeah, I'm surprised as well. Jason is he's just you know out there trying to get a point. Yeah, it's nice to see BK and Yan up there, but BK sadly just has a 3 second time penalty, which will drop down. Maybe down to P8 or P7. Still won't be enough though, as Ryan just hit the fastest lap. As just shows he's still behind Ryan. DRS for being able to this lap. His mindset now overtaking Orlando there for P5. Round the outside, he goes to turn one and makes that move easily done. Round turn two, he gets that move nice and done, nice and clean. That Bassoni did not help mindset. It's kind of nearly dropped out of BK's DRS. It needs to get that back. That gap between some drivers in the top six. 8 tenths, 8 tenths, 8 tenths, 8 tenths, and 4 tenths. There's a bit of a
I
gap
am,
there.
yeah. I'm surprised as well, D Summers, that the AI has decided. You know what they were like? You know what? I'm gonna have some fun with it. You know, I don't often get to. So AI said that they're gonna run some laps in Qatar today.
Yeah, the order seems alright, but Raymond's having not the best of races right now. Dropped down to ninth, being holding up by some drivers as J Supreme's in that background is Teki Corgi gets another 3 second time penalty, same as John Boy. You see Johnny Damon now blinking, so that means he's out of ERS there. The just Jose opens that flap, so maybe this is a chance Jose can stay within that gap of Ryan Newton's DRS.
Definitely seeing more of a train after the restart than I was expecting.
His
That
Potty's
seems much more
switches
bunched up.
positions with his teammate. There's no one to fight with in the front. Teki Corgi's pulled that gap from Potty. Just the people at the back now fighting for that position for P13. Look at Ryan there in that sector one, pulled away already, nearly enough to get him out of the DRS. Just Jose gets a 3 second time penalty. Defo won't
Ooh.
help him as right now, Jan and Orlando are in the best position right now. They don't have any time penalties.
Yeah, at this point, even if Ryan does get passed by Jose for the end of the race, they would still need to get 3 seconds past Ryan to get that first place. So I think as long as Ryan doesn't get any penalties, they've got a pretty secure end here. Don't want to jinx anything just yet, but it's a tough battle now that Jose is fighting. But if somebody else passes Jose, maybe Yan, we might see some more competition.
Well, Jan's kind of struggling out there. Seems like it. He's currently blinking. So it's not the best for him. It's next week would be in Brazil, Matthew. Ryan is reserve.
Ryan's reserve.
Yeah, if you look at the subs, you can see his sub to VR reserve. They're rather an AM2 reserve or just a reserve for AM. And yes, Red Panda, for you, we can show the tires, my friend.
Certainly not reserved for next season. That's being made certain right now.
Sorry about that, Matthew. You cannot. Sign-ups are closed, but sign-ups are open for the next game as everybody does get a few weeks to warm up, get used to the game, because it's a different game. You need to get used to it. But sign-ups will be opened next game. It looks like Jan's struggled a lot. Dropped out just Jose's DRS. Yeah, don't worry. You can still sign up any single time you want to reserve. Right now, we've closed it off because the new game will be coming in 2 weeks. So if you do join late, you can still become a full-time or reserve if there's any seats.
Also, if you join the Discard, we're 2 boosts away from reaching level 3 on the Nitro, the boosters, if you wanted to.
Looks like Ryan's kind of dropped out the DRS there. Ryan's dropped him out the DRS from just Jose. It looks like Ryan's just pulled away now, just a bit nice and calm on the track, Wondering what his penalties are like, as just Mindset gets a 3-second time penalty. Looks like the marks are not having the best races right now, not the best of races right now. I'm struggling about there. Maybe we can catch up. I don't think we will, as Ryan's looking quick, and we do have 3-second time penalties up there.
The penalties are racking up here tonight in Qatar. Seems like almost the entire grid has at least one 3-second penalty. Sans a few people, one of which being, of course, the race leader, Ryan.
Is on 6 seconds right now. So if I had to guess, so it'll be dropping P9. So that means G-Boon will be the winner if Mindset cannot get any good points. And looks like it's not really looking to it right now.
Really, Lewis Hamilton this race right now at P6.
As BK overtakes Jan with that DRS there. Still not enough to keep that podium, as he does have a 3-second time penalty. But come on, BK, you got this. Well, Mindset's passing up the back there with some drivers. Ryan's just pulled away. Just Jose's pulled away as well from some drivers. Let's look at the Orlando here behind Jan. We did see Jan blinking before. Not sure what's the ERS situation right now.
Usually they're pretty good with their ERS, but it looks like they might be struggling out there tonight. Qatar is not forgiving to the ERS.
I'm not sure what's happened, Boone. I definitely does have. I could definitely turn it up. I don't like the game sound. It's just annoying with my music. Turn it up. There we go. Should be good now, Boone. There's let's see what you can do in BK. As Orlando's behind now, as you see, Mindset now blinking. Looks like Rianne's about to go around the outside. No, as BK falls back into that position. Orlando's behind Jan as well, so it looks like these three will be fighting for P3 on track. Mindset's still behind. If he does lose that DRS, defo won't help him since he's got a 6-second time penalty to his name.
Yeah, it looks like Orlando is just riding Jan's gearbox, waiting for him to make a mistake and pounce.
Mindset's kind of catching up after Orlando and Jan had a bit of a scrap there. It was a tiny scrap, nothing too bad, not side by side, but faking a move down the inside. Still a good idea, but not good enough to keep Mindset away.
So what position with these 6-second penalties would Mindset need to get to take the championship, did you say?
Well, it needs to be in the top three if I'm right. And Boone, I could always put a message for you in the interviews. BK gets 3-second time penalty, so it'll be up to 6 seconds now. So, yeah, right now, Mindsets needs to overtake the people who hasn't got any penalties, which is Orlando and Yan in front of him. So, right now, G Boone is currently the championship winner, as Johnny Damon is overtaken, throws round the outside into turn one. I was wondering if you want to put some words in. I can do it for you in the interview. You know, got any words? I'll say in the interview for you. If you do win the championship, Stephen.
Would we be able to pull them into the VC, or are they
Don't
busy
think
tonight?
so. I'm pretty sure they're busy. Potty gets another 3-second time penalty. Potty hasn't had a single point all season. And I'm pretty sure Potty was excited for this race. And it looks like it's not really the best race. But still always got next week with finale in Brazil. What's up? The order's kind of calm right now, but Orlando's still behind Yan. Yeah, right now, let's see. I think Yan's kind of pulled away from BK. Yan's kind of dropping behind. Looks like he's kind of struggling again. As Mindset's now on the attack of Orlando goes round the outside into turn one. Can he get the move done? Bit of a close one there. Going into turn two now. He's going to hold that position. Bit of a contact there, I think. Mindset gets that move done as Orlando tries to get the switch back, but he cannot get that power down.
And all while that was happening, Fromes takes over Johnny Damon's spot of 7th place.
It looks like
Kind of a
Mindset.
little bit missed while Mindset was pulling that maneuver on Orlando.
Well, about that, I think I saw Mindset blinking for a second there. So it looks like he kind of burnt all his ERS. There he goes again, blinking again. Looks like he pushed all his ERS to overtake Yan. I don't. He's just. I'm not sure what he's doing. He just have that 6-second time penalty. Oh yeah.
Nearing the end of the race here, though. See if Mindset can make the maneuver. The last second it might be. But he is closing that gap.
Yeah, well, right now Ryan's just chilling up there, having fun.
Lucid is requesting some onboard.
But onboard camera is a bit memorable.
Right.
Bronze goes into the pits. I don't think the people in the chat would like to see the onboard camera. It's a bit of a tail camera. You can't really see much action between these drivers. As Orlando goes down the inside of Mindset, but pulls out last second.
Ooh, little rough there. Had a big moment there for a second. Mindset did.
Yeah, after Franz pitted, he kind of dropped down to P16. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe he got damaged. It just put some drivers up in another position.
Possible there might have been contact when he was overtaking Johnny there and had to pit for front wing damage.
Right now, the top, well, it's third down to 6, are still fighting. And, you know, in that gap for DRS, also not. It's a bit of a up and down as Taki Gorky gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Let's see what
Currently holding the record of the race for most.
let's see what some drivers do down the straight. Who's got DRS? Who's going to burn that ERS into turn one? No battling there. Let's go a bit more back down to Riemann. Riemann goes down the inside with Johnny Damon. to get the move done as he's on hard tires, so it should be faster than the runners. Orlando gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Goes round the outside of Riemann. Riemann takes that move, well, gets that move done and overtakes Johnny Damon for P7. Let's go back here with the grid.
Raymond and Yan, the only two really up at the top other than Ryan without penalties. Seems like they're going to really benefit from that.
Oh, and that is Potty round. Potty, what's happened again? No damage, though. Looks like he just had a spin.
Kind of forgot to talk about Ryan this whole time because they've just been so far ahead that there's like nothing to say. They're like nearly 6 seconds ahead.
Yeah, he's just sitting right now. As Orlando goes super wide out that corner again, so it's not the best there. As none to his DRS rates. Mindset's really right behind Jan, same as Orlando. Let's see who's going to make the move into turn 1. Orlando's right behind Mindset. Right behind his gearbox. What can we do into turn 1? Keep it nice and clean as Potter gets another 3-second time penalty for track limits. So keep it nice and clean into turn 2. Looks like Orlando had a terrible entry into that corner. But still right behind Mindset. Going for the double right-hander. Orlando's not making a move. Maybe into the hairpin. Somebody will make a move. Nice. Orlando's getting close there behind Mindset, but he hasn't been able to make the move at all yet.
You know how he likes to save his ERS for that last moment, though, sometimes. So,
I don't really
see a
have to
move on the
push
last
it, though.
lap.
I'm pretty sure if we look at penalties again, right now, Mindset's got a 6-second time penalty. Orlando's got a 3-second. So all he has to do is stay behind and gain that free position.
As it stands right now, it looks like it's Yan's podium to lose.
Yeah, great electric entry. It's a bit weird. Orlando's normally getting that McLaren. Really reserving him at McLaren. But now he's not. Normally, now he's in the Aston Martin. John Damon gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. So that will build up. But he's right behind Freeman and makes a move for P7.
Jess Jose's gap to BK is almost close enough that even with that penalty, they could still secure themselves second place. Close, but we could see it's being a 4-3 car battle for the podium right now.
Well, still looking clean. It's still got 2 laps left of racing. So don't forget, anything can still happen. As Vermouth's AI does overtake Avery. Avery, how do you say that name? I said it right. I think so. Yeah, Vermouth's AI overtakes. So,
and that's kind of funny. Imagine getting overtaken by an AI that's been doing so bad this whole time.
Go to BK now. Let's go on board with BK. Orlando's right behind Mindset again for so many times actually. Let's see what's going to happen to turn 1. Will Yan be close enough to BK and will Orlando be brave enough to make the move on Mindset as they go on board? Going too wide into a corner, Yan overtakes BK. Nice and done. Mindset defends off Orlando there. Bit of contact there into turn 2 and Mindset pushes him wide.
Seen a lot happen on this last lap.
Goes back again. Looks like loads of people struggling. There's no Carson. Yeah, he did DNF. Well, so it doesn't matter if he needs an invite back or not. And he's got that P3. He just needs to stay in that position. Jose, let's look at his penalties. Let's see how far we drop back. As he does have a 3-second. So Yan really needs to close into that gap if he wants P2 from just Jose. And I'm pretty sure D-Boon will win the championship if Mindset cannot do anything.
Vera gets another 3-second time penalty. Not sure exactly what's going on in the back.
Could be close here. For Jan and Just Jose onto the final corner now. Looks like Just Jose has a bit more battery than Jan onto the final corner now. Who's going to get the better exit? Look at that gap, 3.1. And I think Just Jose gets that P1 by a few attempts there. Goes Jan across the line. Orlando up to P4, BK P5. Mindset
Mindset
P6.
drops down to 6th place at the end of the race.
Rim P7. Oh, look at order there. What a close race between these drivers. I'm pretty sure.
He takes Ben for 12th place. Ben in the 13th place. Sean, no, something happened at the end of the race and looked like can't exactly tell who that was, but Mindset DNF'd at the very last second.
He's done it again. He did it last week, and looks like he hasn't learned from his lesson. He should have not retired, so he can actually would have saved me a job. Because now I've got to tell the person who does the standings he did not retire. What position did he get anyway? I forgot already. Was it P6?
Yeah, he was in P6 at the end, retired. I saw one of the McLarens, not exactly quite sure which one, crash at the finish line. Frones was going in, I think, as 12th or 13th, and then something weird happened right at the last second. I'm not quite sure what happened, but we're gonna just have to look and see what the final standing is after all of those penalties. Oh my goodness, so many penalties. That was a wild race. Aside from P1, which was mostly Ryan for the most part, just kind of being tonight's Max Verstappen.
Yeah, I got that wrong. I forgot about Ryan. You know, he's a bit too quick. He already pulled away that massive gap. I forgot he got P1. We were so on board with Jan and Just Jose to get who's gonna get a P2 as you see Ryan getting that podium and winning. Yeah, why would you leave too early? Now I've got to tell the person who's the standings he did not DNF. He got P6. He just left too early.
But there's also no telling if they would actually have been P6 after the end of the points, right?
In the stream, so he did cross the line. He just left too early. As that is your order today. Ryan P1, Just Jose P2, Jan P3, Orlando, BK, Riemann, Mindset, Riemann, G Supreme, Johnny Demon, Bygab, Tricky Corgi, Thrones, Carbens, Sean Boy, Potty, Avery, Moo, No Pucks, Mel Carton. That is your order today, people. And let's get Ryan, Just Jose, and Jan into the booth for those interviews. Get them in.
Oof.
Quite an interesting race there for those drivers.
Yeah. I full disclosure, my first time seeing an AM1 race. Completely different breed than the AM2 and the AM3. Kind of like I said, totally forgot about Ryan for that second half of the race. Was just so far ahead there was nothing really to say other than, and they continue to do really well. They continue to not get penalties. They continue to have great tire control, degradation control. They continue to have great fuel control. No, I mean nothing really to say. That was like just the most flawless race I've seen through Qatar in my lifetime.
Yeah, well, it's quite an interesting race. You know, some people didn't get any penalties. Let's wait on for Ryan and Just Jose to join the VC for their interviews. As we go, let's interview Jan, who's got P3 in that race. So, congrats on that P3, Jan. How do you feel?
I feel great. It's sixth straight podium, if I'm not mistaken. So no wins yet, but consistent points, which I'm happy with.
Yeah, it was quite an intense race there. You know, you haven't got a penalty, but you're right behind just Jose. You know, with that penalty, you didn't have a penalty, but just Jose did. You know, if you saved a bit more ERS, do you think you could have got P2?
Yeah, I think so, but it's really hard to recharge your RS around here. And I think I had 40% on the last lap. I used everything to get past BK. And by the end of the straight, I was 2.6 seconds behind Jose, but I didn't have any ERS left, and I ran lower wings, so I was slower in the middle and last sector. So in the end, couldn't quite keep it within 3 seconds. But yeah, happy with P3.
Yeah, no matter what, if you got that, if you didn't get a penalty or if you did, you would have stayed in P3. But it was
Yeah.
a quite an interesting race, you know. It was quite close towards the end. Do you think BK kind of slow you down at the end as well?
Um, no, I was hoping he could maybe catch up to Jose, but they had similar pace. I mean, I'm the one that lost DRS to Jose in the first place because he managed to hang on to Ryan for a few laps. I wasn't able to do that, so I think in the end that's what got him P2. I think BK tried his best as well, but he did better than what I could have done. So happy I let him through.
Yeah, it's a bit of up and down race, you know. But how many warnings were you on?
Two, I was on two, so by the end, I kind of figured because Orlando got a 3 second, I figured I could get a penalty and it wouldn't be that bad, but I tried to keep it clean in case maybe Jose ran out of fuel or made a mistake. It's easy to run out of fuel here if you're not careful at the start.
Yeah, it was quite interesting up and down. But how's your fuel looking around it as well? How's your fuel looking as well? Because you know it's a
Uh,
burner around there.
yeah, I didn't actually check. I think I went like 2.1 over. I think in the end I must have had 0.2, 0.3 laps left. So I think without the safety car, it might have been a bit close. So yeah.
Yeah, well, congrats on that podium. Any questions for him, Rainbow?
Yeah, I kind of just want to know what was your mindset, pun unintended, when you were seeing all of the other racers around you getting the penalties, and you were like, were that like making you want to like lock in even more, so just to make sure that you weren't with them?
If anything, it kind of like made me like nervous in a way. Um, I knew I needed to keep it clean, and that added a bit of pressure. In the end, it didn't matter, but yeah, in the middle of the race, you don't know that, and yeah, added a bit of pressure, um, which in the end kind of helped. Stayed on two warnings, and yeah, happy with that.
Ooh, close there then.
Yeah, yeah.
And P1 next weekend, right? Next week, right? Yeah.
P11, I think. I think you mean, but yeah.
Well, congrats again. Shall we move on to Yan here? So congrats, no, just Jose, I mean, not Yan. Well, congrats, just Jose, on grabbing that P2. You know, congrats, man.
Thanks, man.
How do you feel?
Yeah, thanks. Uh, well, I think no one's happy with V2, but I can't be happy about just being 7 seconds behind Ryan on the race because he was doing a massive. His pace was massive. Not much to say there. He let me have my one lap of glory when he let me pass him. He didn't use any ERS, and I used like 30%, but I went past him. I had a lap on the lead, and that today that seems like a victory because there was no way I could have went past him. I used all my battery trying to stay behind me on DRS just so I could keep the guys behind. Out of my DRS, and in the end that worked because I managed to pull the 3 second gap I needed. But yeah, I went down to like 7%. I think the last lap I was on DRS, and yeah, after that it was impossible to gain it back. I didn't touch the overtake button for the rest of the race since lap 19, and I only got it back to 20% max on the last lap, which is where I use it all just to keep Jan behind, and luckily that worked. But yeah, P2 is a bittersweet flavor today.
Yeah, it was a bit of a close one, you know. Ryan seems a bit quick, but you can get with Grand Slam since you overtook him. on that, well, turn one. Do you think Ryan kind of pulled away from you after the safety car restart?
Oh, after I overtook him 2-1, I knew he was letting me by. There was no way that he was actually battling that 100%. So I said, okay, he let me by. I'll try to stay ahead as long as I can, just to maybe get the DRS 2 laps after the safety car. And I barely got it. I think I was 8 tenths behind on the detection for that 1 lap. And yeah, he just let me by just to, I don't know, to be a nice guy or not battle, I don't know. But no way I could have catch him. No way.
Yeah, he seems a bit too quick for you though at the end and the start. But also at the end there, you also had Yan, closing in to you because you had that 3 second and Yan didn't. What was in your mind, on a few last laps?
Yeah, I only have the 3 warnings, so I could get a few more warnings. So luckily I didn't have that pressure on me because most of the times when I'm trying to keep a gap behind, I end up getting another penalty. Luckily that wasn't the case now, and from then onwards I just thought, well, might as well just focus, do as best as I can, not any single one mistake. And yeah, when he went below 3 seconds, I wasn't that much stressed because I knew he just burned his all to get past BK. I knew he had to burn it all there, and he wouldn't get it back. So I had my 20%, which isn't much, but I figured it was more than Jens had. And in the end, I was right. I managed to put it back up. I think it was 2.8 on the 30 seconds or 2.9. But with the DRS, I managed to bump it to 3.3, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit of a close one. On that track, it's a bit hard to, keep on the track limits and everything else. It seems like you had a bit
Yeah,
of a
definitely
battle between you and
impossible.
Mindset, and you guys double stacked after that safety car. So, what was going through your mind after you guys double stacked and fought on that first stint?
Wow, that first stint. I mean, before that, on qualifying, I always had bad qualifying pace or good race pace. I don't know which one is it, but I always do better on the races. So, qualifying was actually very good for me. I didn't think I could get that close to the guys ahead, and but I still ended up behind him. On race start, I couldn't get past him. Then we spent a few laps behind Ramon, and I had to use some battery to go past him because I felt I was quicker. I was riding his gearbox, but he was doing all he should have done. And yeah, after that on the safety car, it was unfortunate. He was right behind me. I tried stretching that gap, that delta, as much as I could without getting a drive-through, but yeah, I couldn't avoid making him lose time and positions, which is tough because we went at up points.
Yeah, congrats on that P2. So, Raven, if you've got any questions for just Jose, go ahead.
Yeah, I've got just one. It's always, as Max Verstappen said, if my mom had balls, she'd be my dad. But do you think there was any setup, any different tire strategy, any little bit more practice, anything, especially after that safety car, that you think you could have done to keep that gap on Ryan that you briefly had after that safety car? Like, there was anything that could have been done to secure the W tonight, or do you think that Ryan's pace was just
Yeah, that
far
is a great
too
question.
insane?
That is a great question, and I would entertain more into it if the gap was smaller. But there's just no way that you can get 7, 8 tenths on setup alone. Strategy, no, with the safety car, it was that strategy that was the best, anyways. Yeah, there's no way I could have got 8 tenths, maybe a couple of tenths on the setup, but I think he already had a pretty nice setup. So no, absolutely no. There was no way I could have gone better than him.
Yeah, that was just supernatural driving. I didn't even know it was possible to be that fast on this track.
Yeah, for real, it took me so long to get up to my pace. I thought I was good, but yeah, clearly he was better.
Well, congrats on that P2. But I do have some words from D-Boon, which has won the world champion. His words were, "It was my first full season in a league, and I loved every minute of it, enjoyed all the battles, and had a blast." That was his message.
Yeah, congrats to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Are we
congrats to him. He couldn't
Ryan
be here
in?
today, but he'll be back next week for a proper interview. Beam gets onto the podium, but I'm pretty sure we'll let him slide through and get a proper interview with him since he has won a world champion. But I think that is all for today, people. If you do want to join !Discord, if you do want to join for the next game, for the new season, we do have one more race to go, which is in Brazil next week. If you do want to watch the action, now I think that is all today, and see ya.